What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider John coming at you with another video. And today I'm going to try something a little bit different for the rest of the videos I'll be doing in this format. And we'll see how it goes. Tell me what you think, guys. All right, so next team up is the the Los Angeles, fucking pathetic, Chargers. We have met the Chargers 117 times. The all-time series is led by us 63-52 with only 2 ties. We've met once in the postseason, which was back in 1981. Chargers lost 27-34. Raiders took that shit. The largest victory, though, they got on us 44-0 back in 1961. Raiders, got them back 51-10 in 1967. Longest streak is actually owned by the Chargers, 13 games from 2003 to 2009. Raiders had a 10-game streak from 1972 to 1977. Current win streak is by the Chargers, of course. They swept us last year, so you probably already know that. Big reason why they had that big, long streak was because of this guy, Philip Rivers. God, I hate this dude. He's a crybaby bitch. But he is very good at quarterback. Last year, he actually had 4,515 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions with a 96 quarterback rating. Yeah, he balled out last year, and I can't deny it. Frustrating thing about him was it seemed like he was just in a groove. Never really slowed down. You would kind of, cause pressure on him, and it seemed like his line was actually cooperating and doing exactly what he wanted. He stepped it up from the year before. If I'm not mistaken, he threw nearly 20 interceptions the year before as opposed to this year. Last year, his gameplay is really good, actually, guys. But the thing about him is when it really comes down to it, he chokes. Let's go ahead and get into this because this is going to cause some drama with Charger fans. His biggest weakness, he struggles under pressure. And, of course, he sucks in the playoffs. That you could honestly say. Anybody that knows Philip Rivers knows that he is at his worst when he is under pressure. He is not a runner. He's not a scrambler. You get him under pressure, he gets pissed. Hit him more than 4 times, he will throw a shit fit. And I am not playing on this one. He throws a little shit fit at the side of the line. I mean, he's like a memes maker's wet dream. This dude makes so many funny faces and throws so many tantrums on the sideline. It's fucking hilarious. Now, he's appeared in the playoffs 9 times. He only owns a 4-5 record. Yeah, 4-5, guys. He has a losing record in the playoffs. And that one AFC championship where he actually got injured. And it's kind of messed up because I think that was the one year he really had a chance to get a ring for the Chargers. But fuck them. I don't care. I hate the Chargers, man. I can't stand the fucking Chargers at all, especially the fans, man. There are real fans out there. I'm not going to lie. And there are some, cool fans out there. I've met a few cool fans. I went to school with actually a couple Chargers fan that was, real cool, man. Me and him hung out from time to time and chatted each other up every now and then, talked shit to each other about each other's teams. But, cool guy. And I've met a few other Charger fans. But if I'm being totally honest with you, there's a big percentage of you guys that are just fucking assholes. I mean, just downright fucking assholes. Like, dude. You're like, how do I put this gently? Punk ass bitches that only come out when you win. Yeah, that's as gentle as I could put it. Fucking fake ass fans, fair weather ass fans, never showing up when you're losing fans. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. My biggest problem with Charger fans. Anyways, moving on. Last year, the Chargers actually had a 9-7 record. And they didn't do that bad in the division either, man. They were actually shit. If I'm not mistaken, they shut out the Broncos. And that game kind of put them on the map. I mean, their defense was legit, but their offense with this guy, Melvin Gordon, was pretty okay too. Last year, he actually had 284 attempts, 1,105 yards, averaged 3.9 yards a carry. Only scored 8 touchdowns as opposed to his 10 touchdowns the following year. Had a decent year, guys. I mean, his stats weren't mind blowing, but he carried the load pretty well. Through the air, you got Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, this guy, he's a good player. And I can't front on the fact he's a good player. Has a good route running ability, really good hands. The problem with him is he's injury prone as fuck. I mean, we're talking Chargers version of Darren McFadden, if he was that wide receiver, of course, but still, just injury prone. Last year, he actually had 102 receptions for 1,393 yards, averaging 13 yards a catch. I mean, 6 touchdowns, not that bad. The man is a baller. I can't front on that, man. And I don't care what anybody says, he's a fucking Raider fan. I mean, just take a look at this photo. Yeah, he looks so happy with that hat on, doesn't he? Yeah, I'll never get over that shit. Fucking A, man. I think he didn't realize how much we as fans really despise each other. So I think that kind of came back and bit him in the ass. But in the long run, he's been doing it good for the Chargers. He's been showing up. He's not inconsistent. He's just not consistently on the field. So I think that's the biggest problem with this guy. Now, when we talk about defensively, the Chargers' defense is where their strength is. And for the longest, it was their offense. And I think they changed it up with their defense. They're 2 pass rushers. Talking about this guy right here, Marvin. Damn, I'm just fucking murdering this dude's name. Marvin Ingram. Beast. 43 tackles, 10.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Then you got this guy, Joey Bosa. Now, I hated Joey Bosa when he first, showed up into the league. I thought he was a good-for-nothing piece of shit that just wanted to get a paycheck. But he has proved me wrong. I can eat my words on this one. 70 combined tackles, 16 assists, 12.5 sacks. And if he ain't sacking you, he's damn sure putting pressure on your ass. And he hits hard. There's a video where he snapped Derek Carr's fucking padding in half. So the guy's no joke. In my opinion, he's our biggest threat. So all in all, guys, it's going to be a good matchup. I think they are the toughest team we are going to play in our division this year. And I'm just being straight up honest. They got a solid quarterback, a really solid defense, and when it comes down to it, it's going to be us or them. This Chargers team ain't the same team of the past, man. It used to be all offense, and now it seems like it's kind of taken the, switch to make it mostly defense. It's going to be an interesting matchup, guys. We really need to play on our A game when we go against the Chargers this year. If we want a shot at winning the division, we have to beat the Chargers. At least win 1 out of 2, and hopefully that'll get us by if we sweep another team and maybe win another team. We'll see what happens. This is going to be a crazy-ass season in the AFC West. So we play the Chargers week 5 and in week 10. So we're going to meet them within a 5-game span. Get that, one after another kind of thing going. See what happens. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Fuck the Chargers and go Raiders.